Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM20 Career Mode episode 155. It's the Tour de France. We're in part number 2 of it. It's stage number 8 of the 21 stage race. We already have a lead with Pavel Rodriguez, and we've already actually established a pretty good gap over a good chunk of the field. But today is the first big test, first big day. Before we jump into the race and get the entirety of the stage, I wanted to show you what we're up against in the race day condition department. It should be a very good day for the team. Here's why. Looking at the group, you can see the reconnoitering training camp bonus for everybody. There's a +1. We have preparation, so fitness peaks for a lot of riders, attribute recovery for a lot of riders. We have just amazing things going up and down the squad where literally everyone has a +1 or better. Most of them have a +3, a +5 for Mark. For Mark sitting on a +5 race day condition. Motivation is high. His recovery is still good enough at this point, early enough in the race. The training camp, his fitness peak preparation, the objective, all of it +5. Rodriguez, only a +2 today because we are backloading him for the end of the tour. His fitness peak is just about ready to begin. Let's see, where is he at? 97 points. You get, 3.5 per race day, I believe. I haven't looked in a while. If his training points are 1.5, I'm guessing, he's probably going to hit it either tomorrow or certainly by the next day. So it would have been nice if he had it for today, but he's still expected for a +2. And we're also expected to have Moreno, Moreau, Johnson well fit to protect him. And literally everyone should be on a +1 or better. We shouldn't see any red. Shouldn't see any red. What is that as a net as a team? Because that's usually what I go off of. That's it's gonna take me a bit to add this up today because it's a +14.
Hello and welcome. A mountain terrain that commands respect, and only a strong man will have what it takes. It's certainly not a task for weak or ill-prepared riders.
Okay, well, we shouldn't have had any minuses, but we do end up with 1. That happens. That's a -2 roll for Baranja. Rodriguez on a +5. Ooh, buddy. For Mark gets the +5. That's not even a bonus. That's just what he was supposed to have today. But that's a +3 on Rodriguez. And let's see, in terms of a +14 expected, I think we're looking... You know what? This was not good. No, wait. I just can't count. 18. We ended up with a +17. So a +3 compared to what it should have been. All 3 of those points essentially going to Rodriguez. So yeah, this should be a good day. Maybe with Rodriguez, we'll look to do something in those final couple of climbs, especially with the kind of team support we have, and see if we can put any further gaps over everybody else. But as a big climbing day, it's one of those you never know kind of points. And when we try to do something on punchy stages, it tends to go well. When we try to do things on climbing stages in the past, we tend to lose time. The other climbers just have infinite stamina compared to you, where on the punchy stages you can just outmuscle them, outwork them in open gaps, especially when you work as a team to do that.
They're off on the first slope of the day. There's more than a minute on the clock. The break seems
We'll
to be
get
working.
chances that there isn't a major climb here. There's a triple climb at the end of the day, and that's going to be the big thing. That's the one to watch out for, is you go from a Cat 2 and then you go into a Cat 1, and then you go into another Cat 1 with almost no break between them. You might get a small amount of recovery on those descents in between, especially the first one. I think it's up and down the same distance. That second one will definitely not provide much opportunity for recovery. So you could almost attach these to one another, 8.3, 7.3. So you're looking at almost a 16% climb, and about an average of 9 between them. So, we're looking at a pretty intense climb. Now, this first one it's short enough. The descent is long enough. You may get recovery out of it. Moreno's still trying to get to the front. Where are you at? Wow, he is way back. That's not Moreno. That's Moreau. But it is also Moreno. Moreno is still trying to get towards the front. He's here, but he hasn't. There you go. Pop out and go ahead and sit on. Let's just set everybody to that base 75. I like to be at a 75 or 76 at any given time. All right, for Mark, 77 today, and excellent resistance. That's going to be helpful. Baranja, definitely domestique for the day. Millar is going to be a leader for the day. Killen's also a 77. Moreno's a 76. Moreau's the weak man. Okay. I'm guessing Johnson's going to be one we want to protect as well. Yes, 80. And Millar 81. So Moreau finally nearly coming to the front. And let's start speeding this up a little bit anyway. There's still a lot of pace in this group. Not happy with the breakaway at the moment, clearly. So a 77 with high resistance. 77 with resistance. A 76 with low resistance. So Moreno's the next guy to go into protect mode, and Johnson's the next one to protect. And that means Killen is going to actually end up protecting Kevin Vermark. Yep, that's happening. He's still 13th overall, but I'm not worried about his position in the GC. One rider somehow ended up off the back there at the beginning, and they've got a bit of work to do to catch up, but it looks like they're almost done. There's a big fall. Number of sprinters involved. Colin Joyce out of the race. That's going to hurt ES chances later on. Those guys still haven't recovered. It's definitely not a flat stage, but the flattest section is coming up. And not much recovery. That makes me very happy. Obviously, the harder the pace, the more damage it's going to do to these guys, especially where most riders just ride in the Peloton. Even the leaders just ride. They don't often get protected, or maybe just the one rider is protected, so the others can suffer, can feel it. You can see we're blinking red on a 75 here. Just this casual Cat 3, and Baranja's done. Done already. Just through that. Peloton's down to just over 100 riders. We need to get water here, and we're going to have to do so twice because we're not at the halfway stage. 81K, it's a fairly short stage. No wonder the pace is so high. Moreau, go ahead and take care of that because Baranja's not really fit to do the job. He's still here. He's actually still offering some support for Rodriguez right now. Moreau just got the water. How's he doing making his way through? He's already back up here. Oh, nice. Did you see that? I swear, for a split second there, I saw his arm go 7 different directions all at once and just fling water bottles at all his teammates, and they all caught him. Fantastic stuff. Okay, well, 68 kilometers, and guess what? Guess what we're going to do? We're going to send Moreau again here in just a moment to fetch water. Now. Because we're under 60K. That 70 plus with these climbs is not going to make it to the finish. So here with 52K, that's okay. If you guys attacking that, those are sprinters. I'm not worried about those guys. But hello. We're already at the base of the triple climb. So this first one, and I do not like the tempo because it really lifted. This first one, I'm not worried about this one. We're going to start the work on the next climb. Cruise mode at the moment. It's Circus wanting Gobert at the front. That's not exactly a hot tempo. Baranja is struggling though. And he is going to make it over the top, I think. How far back is he now? Oh no, he's going back pretty quick.
Oh, the list of those left behind goes on rising.
Big split. Big split. These guys right here, Killen and Vermark, are going to be okay. Yeah, it's 83. Oh, it's back to 99. Okay, not full recovery after that one, but full recovery for the guys that matter for us, the ones that are protected, and that's a big sign, because again, other teams, for the most part, they're only going to have been protecting their actual leader and not 3 other guys alongside them. So the Marinos, the Moreaus, the Killens on all the other teams are going to be at least somewhat overly fatigued heading forward. Defensively or offensively? That is the question. +5. You got to go for it, right? Got to go for it. Johnson and for Mark and Millar. Oh, yeah, Millar. I really like Millar. He's our other guy. Okay, and then we have Moreno, Moreau, and Killen. Branja has made it to the front. Nice. Nice. We'll get Killen's gel going. And we're going to put some pressure on right away. Let's ride from the front foot. 16K worth of climbing. And I've got 3, 6, 8 riders. They need to get 2K each.
Many riders. The percentages are very high.
Down to 94 riders already, and that is 2K for Baranja on the front. Okay, on to David Killen. Okay, he really just now getting to the front at the 6K mark. We'll get Moreau ready. Now we're starting to put some pressure on these guys, Baranja. Give you that
the riders have upped the pace.
Auto point. 5K. And Killen's going to have made it what we need, but Moreau is not going to make it for what we need. Killen got us down to that 4K mark, and Moreau is only going to last a split second. So we're going to have to go straight into Moreno, and that means we're also going to have to back off a little bit. Moreau, why don't you try to tag onto the back? It's not going to happen, but, you know, give it a shot. Killen, set you to auto. All right, Moreno. Already 1K at the front. See a lot of damage to our team alone, but we should see it in others as well. On to Kevin Vermark. Okay, we're going to back off quite a bit here. 83. We have done a lot of damage. This is already a Peloton of just 50 riders. And you can see a lot of riders on the back foot. But we are seeing a big acceleration. Look at this group trying to move through the pack. They're wasting a lot of energy to come up from behind. 1.6K to the top on this one. I do want a few riders left, so we're going to try to keep Vermark on the front foot as long as he can. If I can have these 4 for the final climb, that would be ideal. We're down to 28. 36, 28, 36, 28. 22. Vermark actually splitting riders off. Rodriguez is going to get a little recovery. He's at 143 already on the heart rate, so he's not doing bad. As we go over the top of this, which is still a little further up, as we go over the top, he'll start recovery almost right away. Johnson and Millar aren't doing too bad. Even Vermark, 148 at the moment. So as we go downhill with just 22 riders, and we've got 4 of them, Vermark is going to even get a little recovery himself. Johnson needs to gel up. Millar, these guys aren't going to last long, but we've got such a small group here that we are going to leave this down to team leaders in a very, very short period of time. 14 in the chase group, including Moreno, so if they, for some reason, get back, we'll at least pick up 1 more rider. For Mark, only a small amount of recovery, as expected, as we begin the final climb. Under 7K to go. We're going to set 79 here. I want him to last a little bit. It's a minute gap behind us. So we're definitely getting down into the contenders. And here comes the first attack. It's Bernal. And here's our response. Response team in place. Gaudu attacking with him. And we got to use up Johnson and didn't have to use up Rodriguez to counter that. So that's always a really good sign when that's able to happen. And Gaudu now continues on as Bernal is done with his attack. And Rodriguez is going to be in great shape. Let's for a second give these guys the respect that is due. Set them to auto so they can get up on their own. And let's start from Vermark and see what's left of now a final 18. Bohr, Almeida, Tentoni, Balej, Alaphilippe all about to go out the back. Yates, that's Adam Yates, Simmons, Latour, Tish-Benut. There's Johnson slipping back now. Andrade is still in this, but maybe. You can see a little gap opening right in front of him. And then we've got Mernick, Trentadue, Carapaz, Pogacar, and Schachmann somehow still up here. And then Bernal and Gaudu. Gaudu is doing his punchy thing, but that's not going to last long. Now, that descent does flatten out a little bit, but there is a lot of descending to recover, and it's a little uphill at the finish. Okay, good to know, because I'm about to attack. Like right now.
It's in such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps.
Thank you. Rodriguez has gone clear. And we're going to continue on. Okay, two-man group. Trentadue is with me. And we left him behind. Okay, we'll go 73. Just a 10-second gap. Trentadue might make that up, and that's okay. I'm totally okay if we have some company, but with 2K to go to the top of this, we can't push too hard. Gap is actually opened a little bit. 1.7. Heart rate's actually coming down, so that's a good thing. 23 seconds. Gap's opening. 25 seconds, but now there's 6 riders in pursuit as we approach the top of this, but we also have a 35-second advantage. 78 on the downhill, as we obviously are going to approach that soon. Back off a little bit here. 600 meters. 43 seconds. Now one rider going clear. It's Mernick. 51 seconds. We are opening the gap. We are out-climbing everybody. Rodriguez over the top. He has made it over the top. Now we got to watch that heart rate.
A team leader is falling behind.
Watch that heart rate. We need recovery, because we got to get to the finish. Minute 7, gap. We have a gap, folks. There's 4 riders, 10 seconds behind. The riders that are in pursuit of Mernick are Carapaz, Pogacar, Trentadue, and Andrade. The top climbers, the top contenders, and the heart rate part has gone really good now. So we can speed this up a little bit through these slightly flatter sections and then recover in the steeper section just below this that we're about to hit here. Back into the tuck, back up below 140, a little more recovery happening. 6K to go. We already used our gels, we can't use that, but we have a minute gap. Come on, Rodriguez. Nice and easy. 3.5K to go. He's still got a minute, and it's only one rider, but the 4 riders are only 10 seconds behind. But we have plenty to push for the end. So 82, yeah, we'll try that. Those 5 riders, excuse me, 5 riders together, 1.5K, 1 kilometer. Pushing for the end, and sprint it out, Rodriguez, sprint it out. Stage win. And does he get the minute? Here's the group coming. Pogacar for the line. They're going to be 45 seconds back. Carapaz, Trentadue, Mernick, Andrade. Millar is coming down the road as well. He is 2K away. Gaudu took 7th. That's pretty amazing. Benut, Yates, Almeida across the line. Millar going for the sprint. This is for 11th. This is the next group, so the third group. Schachmann, Simmons, Bernal way back here. Latour, Tentoni is in that group. Here's Johnson sprinting for the line. This is still, he'll be top 20. Barrow in this group. There's for Mark in this group. Here's Moreno coming. Moreno sprinted out. Come on, buddy. Let's see what you can do. Moreau. 37th. Here's Killen sprinting for the line. And finally, Baranja nearing the bottom. 3K to go for him. His little -1, not good today. And his 73 mountain, not great to begin with either. But go ahead and sprint it out. Might as well. There you go. 84th. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. And the fitness peak hasn't even started yet. We did luck out with that +5, but we took full advantage of it today. My, oh my. 45-second advantage, 10-second time bonus for the stage win. And a very small number of riders in that chase group. Many contenders, Bernal in particular, Barrow losing a ton of time today. There you go, 46-second gap. Mernick loses an additional 8 seconds. Andrade loses an additional 7 seconds on top of that. Gaudu well back. Benut, Yates at 2:46, 4:14. That's a huge gap. Anybody outside of that top 10 just completely ruled out of contention over 4 minutes lost. Massive gap there. To Rodriguez, the race leader, the yellow jersey wearer, and now minute 18 clear at the top of the standings to Tadej Pogačar. It's hard to say his name. I still struggle with that. Pogačar. Trentadue, minute and a half down, and then 3.5 to Mernick. Almost 4 minutes to Gaudu. Over 5 to Carapaz and Andrade. 6 to Latour. 6.5 to Simmons, a puncher. Really? Vermark and Johnson both in the top 20 at roughly 10 minutes down. Dang. You can already... let's start just briefly. We'll say these guys. These top 11. Benut, no time trial. Schachmann, yeah, 78's okay, but at 7 minutes down, I mean, and 74 mountain, no. Latour's not going to be good enough. Andrade is not going to be good enough to make up time. Carapaz won't make up time. I mean, if they make up some time. Mernick's a threat, 3.5 minutes down. It's far from over. We're not even halfway through this race. But, man, oh man, we are in such a strong position. I think we also just picked up all sorts of points for Mark and Rodriguez, currently KOM leaders. Stage 9 will be another massive day, and Pavel Rodriguez, who reconned Stage 9, has begun his fitness peak today. So yes, it was 3 to 3.5 points or 4 points, whatever it might be. He's also got very happy, good morale right now. So for Mark's +5, Rodriguez is +4. Millar's about to begin his fitness peak. We've got the team well up for this race, and Rodriguez in excellent form. This is where during the Giro we had a couple guys that no matter what we did, they were just freaking crazy strong. Right now, that's Rodriguez. Will that translate into victories stage after stage after stage? Probably not, especially the way the AI is on the insane difficulty. And this, unlike the other profile, is a little less suitable to my style. These long, drawn-out, difficult climbs, no matter what we do, no matter how low the pace is, how comfortable we are, how well we protect, all of those things, other riders tend to just, their stamina lasts a bit longer on this difficulty. And with these climbs, stage 9 could be difficult. We could lose some of this time on stage 9. It's also a major stage. It's also a long stage, 145K. So that's going to be next episode. As for the remainder of the race, Got another climbing stage on 11. That's going to be a big one, but of course we're now in that excellent condition. Also the downhill descent, which is always good for me. I do well with those. That's 3 sprints of those next 5 stages. So that'll quickly get us up to stage 14. Punchy, not much doing there, but I can almost always take advantage on those descents, so you never know. 15, another good opportunity for us to grab a few seconds or at least not be threatened. 16, that's going to be nothing. That's going to finish as a bunch sprint, but we'll have to play it out to not lose time. 17, big climbing. That's one of our danger days, but I think that's also where we've reconned. Along with 18, same thing. 19's easy. 20's the time trial, so we only have a few stages left to watch out for. And so far, the first of the 4 big threatening stages just resulted in a massive stage and time gap gain. So far, so good in the tour. Really happy with where we're at, but we've got a long ways to go. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.